Hello students and welcome to new class. Today we're going to be visiting an art gallery. So really interesting, right? Our objectives are that you will identify vocabulary related to art. You will describe artworks orally and you will identify and orally reproduce the sounds a, and ch. Okay, so pronunciation. It can be difficult, right? But we can do it. Let's imagine that we are in an art gallery and we see those works of art. Maybe you can recognize one of two of them, right? We can see different pictures, different shapes, colors, and maybe one of them makes us feel like different emotions, right? Maybe happy or angry, sad, or nothing really. Okay, so we have well-defined image like a woman here, the Mona Lisa, or maybe we can see just colors and different shapes, right? So every art is different. But what is art? How can I recognize a work of art? Let's see. Art is the expression of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. Art is generally understood as any activity or product done by people with a communicative or aesthetic purpose, something that expresses an idea, an emotion, or more generally, a world view. So the artist tried to express an idea, right? Tried to express himself to others, and you can interpret that work of art in different ways. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but it depends on you. So we're going to see a video to understand better what is art. Let's see. Art. Paintings. So what did you understand about the video? Do you know how to define art now? It is what makes you feel something, right? And it is about your personal experience, your preferences, your emotions, and your feelings. right? So we have different categories of art. We have abstract art, which is art that does not attempt to represent an accurate depiction of a visual reality, but instead use shapes, colors, forms, and gestural marks to achieve its effect. So abstract art focuses on shapes, different figures, a lot of colors and forms, right? So here we have in the first image, I think they are flowers, but maybe they are not, right? Here we have some squares with lines. I cannot see a well-defined image, right? I can see colors and shapes. And the third one, very crazy colors, right? Very crazy forms with a lot of circles, right? And lines. So that is abstract art. The second one are sculptures. It is the art of making 2 or 3-dimensional representative or abstract forms, especially by carving stone or wood or by casting metal or plaster. So sculptures can be abstract too. They can't, they cannot have a well-defined figure like this one. And I think this one, it is made of wood, right? They use different materials to create sculptures. The second one, I would say that it is abstract too, and I think it is made of metal. And the third one, we can see a very well defined and detailed figure of a woman with wings, maybe an angel, right? The third one, we have landscapes. I love landscapes. So it is the depiction of landscapes in art. Natural scenery such as mountains, valleys, trees, rivers, and forests, especially where the main subject is a wide view, right? So you can see a lot of nature, right? You can see rivers or mountains, forests, valleys, maybe trees, flowers, right? Like in the first image, you can see a house there and a lot of flowers, red flowers. Here we have a river, a sunset, some trees. And here we have houses and a lot of nature, right? Then we have portraits, and portraits is a painting or photographs or other artistic representation of a person in which the face and its expression is predominant. The intent is to display the likeness, personality, and even the mood of the person. So portraits focuses on faces and persons, right? Their expressions, their personality, their mood. So here we have in the first image a woman, maybe she's looking for someone, I don't know. Here we have another woman with big green eyes and a man, maybe a serious man. So portraits try to show expressions and personalities, right, through the face. So let's see if we remember the categories of art. So you help me and tell me, what is a type of art which does not represent any specific object, but instead use lines, shapes, and colors to create an representational image? It is abstract art, right? Non-representative, and use line, shapes, and colors, right? 2. The depiction of natural scenery in art. They may capture mountains, valleys, bodies of water, fields, forests, or coasts. Natural art, right? So it is landscapes, right? The expression of human creative skills and imagination, typically in a visual form, such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated for their beauty or emotional power. What do you think it is? Art, right? This is a very general definition of art. The artistic representation of a person in which the face and its expression is predominant. The intent is to display the likeness, personality, and even the mood of the person. What do you think? It is a portrait, right? And the last one, artistic forms in which hard or plastic materials are worked into three-dimensional art objects. What it is made of materials? Sculptures, right? Sculptures. So now we're going to focus on some vocabulary, some words that we saw today, but mainly in oral production, right? So pronunciation. We're going to learn 2 vowels and 1 consonant, okay, and their sounds. So here we have the first one that it's like an A, and it is actually produced like an A. So it is produced like A, A, A. The second one is more like uh, uh, uh. And then the consonant, it is like ch, ch, like smiling, right? So A, you open your mouth, A, and then you close it to say this one, and then the consonant ch, ch. So here we have some examples. The word figure, 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 right? Figure, figure. The second one, color, 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 color. The third one, colorful, colorful, colorful. The third one, wonderful, 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 wonderful. And now the consonant, which we can find in the word picture, picture, cha, cha, picture, picture. Then sculpture, sculpture, sculpture. Okay, so we are mixing here the 3 sounds. Sculpture, right? So I hope you practice these sounds at your home and try to say those words, okay, in order to sound really good. Figure, color, colorful, wonderful, picture, sculpture. Okay, practice them. And so you have to do a homework, a really short one. You will have to send me an audio describing 1 or 2 of the artworks of the works of art below. So here we have a sculpture. Well, I won't say the categories, but you can choose 1 or 2 and send me an audio telling me why do you like, what do you see, it is abstract, it is a portrait, do you see colors, it makes you feel sad, happy, all of the characteristics to describe the work of art that you choose, okay? So send me an audio through WhatsApp or through email, and we will revise it, we will review it the next class, okay? So have a wonderful day and see you next class.